Hi everyone, it is Viola Hug here. Woo, I'm so excited. I'm like nervous excited, and my husband was making me more nervous excited because he was like just mocking me and being his crazy usual self. And hi, I'm excited because this podcast, oh my gosh, I've been doing way too many podcast things. Not that there's this thing as way too many, because I love my podcast. I think it's thebomb.com. And I'm just going to share this onto the other group so the homies in my group know that I'm live. Abundant Babes. There it is. So also, while I'm waiting for people to join me live, a shout out to you guys watching the replay, #replay. I so honor and appreciate your time. I really love that you guys come back and watch my content that's been recorded. And also, I thought it would be a really, really good idea to tell you some jokes while I wait for people to come on. Cool, I've shared that. That's all groovy. And, oh, yay, I can see the comments today. Patchouli, hi. Hey, homie. Low-key gangster, I always say. But here's my best joke, which I don't even know if it's that good. So, why did the one-handed man cross the road? Why did the one-handed man cross the road? To go to the second-hand shop. And I have to be laughing at myself right now because I can see the little laugh emojis going by. But I can't hear you guys laughing, but I'm going to assume I'm laughing with you guys, not by myself. And the other joke that I wanted to share with you, which is my other best joke, is... why do I have to think about these so hard? You can tell that joke telling is not really my forte. Did you guys hear about the guy who had the whole left side of his body chopped off? He's alright now. Yes. Hi, Victoria. Thank you for joining me. I'm just telling jokes while I'm waiting for more people to join me. I'm like, Nick's just looking at me like, someone said dad jokes. Oh yeah, that's so me. That's my jam. You think my jokes are awesome. Don't look at me like that. So... no. What are you doing? Oh, you're showing your face. You love me. So anyway, I'll get into it. Thank you for everyone who's here. I can't see everyone who's online, like Facebook's super sporadic with who they show is online, so if you comment, I'll know you're here. So appreciate that. But yeah, I'm super excited right now because I'm just about to announce on this live call the program that I'm launching. So it is my first ever group coaching program, so that already in itself is super exciting. But I had so much fun designing, creating this program because it kind of came from like a space of, firstly, it was inspired by an intuitive kind of thought that came through. I just suddenly, out of nowhere, it was like, click. I had the length of the program, the cost of the program, and a general idea of the content of the program, but I didn't really need to know the content in that moment because the thing is, the content comes from a place of me basically sharing everything that I've learned in a 6-week period that I've learned over the past 13 years, right? So it's been 13 years since my sort of journey started with, learning and wanting to know more and move beyond me. And then my real personal development journey started about 6 years ago. So it's kind of been like, I started learning about health 13 years ago, to clarify. So it's been like a long-winded journey. I've shared my story recently, so most of you on this live call probably already know my story about how I lost my dad when I was 16 years old to cancer, which was obviously not a nice thing to go through. However, it was definitely a catalyst for me. And so the start of my journey was all about health. I'm also really loving right now how there's that green light. For anyone who knows about light energies, green is like the healing energy, and that's kind of the topic. So it's quite exciting. But yeah, so that's how that whole journey started for me. I went off to uni, I did the whole Bachelor of Science, I got all sciencey and nerdy, and I loved that, and I learned some valuable lessons about the human body, and I very, very strongly knew that that core understanding of how the human body works would be a major advantage to me, I guess, or like something that I really needed to know moving forward. I don't think I really needed to learn all the other stuff that came with the degree, but it was the core understanding of how the human body works that was like the best thing ever for me. And that's sort of the foundation of my knowledge when it came to that area that I started applying into other areas. So when I was thinking of how this really all applies into my life today and how I can share this with you guys, like I'm obviously like you don't quite know exactly what the program is, but I think you're getting an idea. I basically thought back to the foundation of everything that helped me move along in my journey. And I saw a very, very obvious trend that there's, all the different pillars that I teach to be really in alignment with our vision. Like if we want to manifest in our life and we want to have abundance in our life, we actually need to create alignment in multiple areas of our life. It's not just like, knowing your vision and suddenly you can like manifest everything, or it's not just having positive friendships, or it's not just having whatever, a positive money mindset. There's like so many different pillars. We're like multidimensional beings, and there's so much that goes into that flow of making sure that we are in flow with life and manifesting and achieving the goals that we want to achieve in our life, correct? So, when I looked at the foundation of what started it for me, and also something that's been a real catalyst for me in a lot of my up-leveling and my growth, so much of it has actually been health and nutrition related. And I take this back to the fact that we are physical beings, right? So regardless of how, obviously we have a soul, we have a spiritual being, but we live within a physical being. We have a physical vessel. And that physical vessel is kind of like our home for everything that we want to do in our life. Like, this is it. If once our vessel dies, we move on to the next phase. We're no longer here able to do the things that we want to do with our life. And that our physical being also vibrates at a specific frequency, and it's going to be vibrating at a higher level of like abundance and ability to manifest, the better it's taken care of and the better it's nourished, correct? So this is sort of where the foundation of this program came from. And I had like the women in mind out there who are sort of like entrepreneurs. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have a business already, but it's kind of like that feeling of wanting to do more and create something is within you, right? So that's kind of that starting point. And you already probably take care of your health in some aspects, but there's also that knowing that you can still up level, because we can always grow with health, right? So taking care of that foundation in our physical being makes such a difference to the grand scheme of things. So what this program is that I've created is a 6-week program called You Glow Girl Holistic Nutrition Alignment. And it is going to be so flippin' amazing. I just brought it up on my screen here so I know exactly, so I don't forget anything as I'm talking about it. But basically how it's going to work is it's going to be a 6-week-long coaching program with weekly coaching. And so that coaching is on a one-on-one / group basis. So what I mean by that is we're all going to be in a Facebook group, and we're going to meet weekly for Zoom calls. And on those Zoom calls, I'm going to be doing teaching and training on different topics. However, everyone's going to have the opportunity to ask questions, and both on the Zoom calls live with me, and as well on the Facebook group as well. So the Facebook is for specific individual support and group support as well for everyone, encouraging each other on the journey. Things we're going to be talking about during the 6 weeks are gut health, so the foundation of optimal living really, plant-based eating and nutrition. So out of all the questions that I get in my inbox, I have to say that how to eat nutritiously plant-based or tips to go plant-based or anything along the lines of plant-based eating is probably one of the biggest things I get asked. And so this is going to be relevant for anyone who is already plant-based, or people who maybe are interested in plant-based, or maybe someone who's just wanting to increase the amount of plants and those sorts of foods that we eat in their lifestyle, right? We're going to be talking about supplementation, why you need them, understanding the industry, and achieving optimal nutrition through using them as a supplement, right? They're here to supplement our diet. We're going to be talking about our energy levels. This is probably one people get the most excited about, because our energy levels, like, if you don't have the energy to go after your goals, how are you ever going to get them? plain and simple. And so making sure our body is optimized for ultimate energy production, mindset and food as well. So we're going to be talking about how that all comes into play, creating habits that stick. We're going to be talking about triggers and toxins, how to release them, how to be aware of them, how to like find the ones that are present in your life that you may or may not know about. Metaphysical well-being as well, gotta throw that in there. I mean, it's so important, and it comes under this whole picture, and how your thoughts and daily practices really impact your health. And then as well, aligned physical movement as well, because as the saying goes by Tony Robbins, motion creates emotion. So it's also a vital part of our health. And amongst this, within the group as well, I'm sure there's going to be so much talk about not only health stuff, because as you'll start to see, like if you already are on your health journey, you've probably become aware of it already, but health really does feed into every area of our life. So as we feel better physically, everything starts to flow. So I'm sure more questions will start coming out about your personal goals and everything like that, which I'm there for to talk about as well. So that's exciting. And also, one of the things that I've loved about creating this program is knowing that it's a really, really accessible way for people to work with me. Because, I mean, I'm, as Marie Forleo says, expensive but worth it.com. Like, I don't think that I will never cheapen my prices for my service, because I know I'm freaking good at what I do. However, for whatever reason with this program, maybe because it's my first group coaching program, maybe because there's such a need for it out there, but whatever reason, I was inspired to run it at a really low cost. So normally for 6 weeks working with me one-on-one, that's around $1,700. And this program is only going to be $99. So it's incredibly value driven. Like, it is really like the whole purpose is like, I really just want to help you guys, and I really want to share this info because we really need to be focusing on our health as a foundation to whatever it is we're passionate about and whatever is that is important to us in our life. So that's really why I want to do this. Like, it is really just to share, and then just a small compensation. Oh, my video cut out. I hope you're still there. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. That's really it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to post the link for the website in the comments after I finish this, and go on there and read through it, and you'll know straight away whether you want to do it or not, and just trust that feeling, because probably if you feel like you should do it, there's a reason. But yeah, so I am keeping an eye on the numbers of registrations, because I want to make sure that this group is still going to be really like valuable for everybody involved. So the sooner you get your application in, the better. You'll notice at the bottom of the page there's an application form, which I will then review and get back to you to make sure that we are suited working together and everything like that. And then from there we'll work out all the other details. But yeah, so that I'll post in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me live. I cannot wait to be working with you guys for a 6-week period soon. So the other thing, one last thing I will notice is that we actually, I don't even know what I'm saying. The enrollments are only open between now and March 22nd. So if you want to do this, it's kind of like a make a decision quick thing, because this has been on my mind for a bit longer, and I've only really just got clarity over it over the last few days of exactly how it's going to work, which is why I'm launching it today. But I just am just not wanting to launch the program or have people signing up during the Mercury retrograde, which it's totally fine if it did flow into the Mercury retrograde, but you just know there's a little bit more like communication stuff, so you have to read over everything a bit more clear, and it's just like a little bit of extra work that you don't need. So I decided I'm just gonna remove that block from this program and make sure that it's all launched and ready to go before the Mercury retrograde. And then otherwise we'd be waiting till mid-April, and that's no fun because I want to do this right now with you guys. So yeah, that's the last thing that I wanted to share. I'm so excited. Message me if you have any questions. Like, even if you fill out the form as well, you can always ask more questions. And let me know if you want to know more about it, or if you have specific questions, or if you have specific health things as well that you would like to see if this would be a fit. I'm your girl. Let me know. Anyway, I'll talk to you again soon, and I'm super excited. So wishing you a beautiful afternoon, and I'll be in touch with some of you soon. Bye.